guys, hi, I'm Rob, and I work for Spinal Cord Injuries Australia. With it being Spinal Cord Injury Awareness Week this week, I just like to reflect on where I've come from my injury 12 years ago to where we are now. Back at my injury 12 years ago, there wasn't as much assistive technology. There wasn't really peer support networks, and I think over the last 12 years things have really come a long way. They've come leaps and bounds. I personally have really enjoyed my time at Spinal Cord Injury Australia, and I've worked hard to get a good team together. We have a fantastic peer support team who I am greatly proud of. We do good work in the spinal units. We do fantastic work in the community, and I think we're really helping people now integrate back into society, engage back into communities, let's just hope things get better in the future, which I'm sure they will.
G'day, I'm Dan Holt. I'm team leader for the peer support team here in Sydney, and it being Spinal Cord Injury Awareness Week, I thought I'd just touch on what I guess I've noticed the biggest changes since moving back to Australia after my injury from Canada. The accessibility around Sydney, and I guess the awareness of what accessibility means to people in a chair has really grown and become more prevalent in the forefront of people's mind when they're designing things now. It's really nice to see that there are ramps, there are sliding doors, that the handles are even getting down to just being a rock handle instead of a knob on the door, which is quite hard for people like myself as a quadriplegic to be able to open. So I think that if we keep going the way we're going, it's going to be amazing moving forward. Thanks.
Hey guys, I'm Ben from Peer Support, and for Spinal Cord Injury Awareness Week, I'm just going to talk a little bit about sport and how it changed my life. So when I was still in rehab, I got introduced to wheelchair rugby, and playing rugby league my whole life, I knew it was going to be a sport for me, and went along, wasn't really thinking much of it, and when I saw what these guys were doing there, it gave me a lot of inspiration to sort of do more for myself, and I just got really stuck into all the training of it, and it didn't only help me physically with the strength and all that, it helped me a lot mentally, just pushing forward with my injury and stuff like that, and having guys around me in a similar sort of situation. I could get a lot of advice off them, and for me personally, it was one of the best things for my rehab. And working with Wheelchair Sports New South Wales, getting that awareness up and stuff like that is going really well. Doing all the come and try days and stuff like that to raise that awareness is really good. Even if you're not going, even if you're just going locally, just for recreation sort of thing, it does have a great benefit, and that's how it helped me. So thank you. There were certain things I would say to the clinicians at the rehab and stuff like, oh, can I do this, can I do that? And they're like, oh, we're not really sure. I'd sort of bounce it off the guys at sport, and they're like, oh, do it like this, do it like that. It didn't necessarily work straight away, but they just said, stick with things and, have that sort of determination to do it. And I wouldn't be nowhere near as independent as I am today if it wasn't for those guys giving me all that advice and that lived experience. So it was a very big help.
Hi, my name's Jason. I've been a member of the peer support team for the last 12 months. I went through Royal North Shore Hospital and Moorong Rehab Centre in 2001 where there was no peer support, and I just see the importance of peer support now for patients who can more easily integrate back into the community with the help of other like people, and I think it's a really good organisation.
Hi, I'm Branka. Welcome to Spinal Injury Awareness. A little bit about me. I had my injury 27 years ago in 1993, and it's just quite interesting when I look back to then and 2020 how much has changed. Firstly, there's just so much more awareness. I used to get looked at all the time, but it was interesting because I played in the Paralympics in 2000, and we had thousands and thousands of primary school kids, and those kids saw us living our best life, and these kids now are young adults, and they're the ones that are kind of out there in society Also, disability representation has increased dramatically. Back then, there was no one with disabilities on TV. Now, I've got a 7-year-old son, and when I would turn on cartoons, there's people with disabilities. You have Dylan Alcott, you see Kurt Fernley, and many more people. So it's such an exciting time. And I'm really excited about being part of the SCIA community peer support team and to keep working on this.